Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Today I've got Deion the Ghost Jumah on. He has had 15 fights with 14 wins, 1 defeat, with 7 of his wins comes by way of knockout, and he's fighting 27th Sunday, the 27th of November at Alexander Palace.
Correct.
Is it?
Bang on. You should be a sports pundit or a ring announcer, or because you've got it all on Smash.
Maybe,
you got the details better than I do.
How much are the tickets for anyone who wants to come and support you? Could they get tickets off you?
They can get tickets off me, so they can get tickets off we've actually got our own ticket selling platform called Boxing BOS. So my friend Jamie runs that, just so I don't have to do any of the legwork really. So he'll sell all those tickets, and they range from ringside tickets to spectators tickets in the stands. So obviously to go from £200 up to £40, I think it is.
What time do you think you'll be on? Because there's a few other title fights as well.
You know what? I have no idea. They have not made it clear who the main event is. So I'm just assuming, just by looking, without blowing my own trumpet, I'm assuming that I should be probably last or second to last main event, seeing the quality of the other bouts on the show. Not that there's not good quality fighters there, but when I'm thinking about a main event bout, I think
people want to see the heavier weights.
Exactly. So I'm assuming it'll be me, or I'll either be last or second to last, but we'll see.
It doesn't matter really. The main thing is the main thing is that you get that title.
Exactly.
Yes. Because you were meant to fight, because you weren't meant to fight Riakporhe, were you?
No. Initially, I was supposed to fight Mikel, the guy who I'm fighting now. He's pulled out 2 weeks before with an illness. And I think Fabio Turchi, who Richard was supposed to be fighting, he pulled out with an illness as well, or an injury, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So it left that show in no man's land. So we both had to step up and fight each other last minute.
At least you got a fight, even though it didn't go your way.
Exactly, and it wasn't a big deal in terms of change of opponent, because he was fighting a southpaw initially, and I was fighting a power puncher, what they would normally call a knockout artist. So it was fine.
Yeah, Mikel's he's on a bit of a knockout streak, but you're the one who's going to knock him out.
I love that. Are you allowed to do this? Not that I'm complaining. Not that I'm complaining, but aren't you supposed to be staying neutral, Sam?
But yeah. But before you fought, well, I think you were the main event, and before you got stopped, I thought it was a very close fight.
Yeah.
When you were in there, did you think it was close?
When I was in there, I had myself just edging it, but I knew it was close. And just had to watch out for that power shot while I'm at it. So, we knew what we had to do. I've said it before in other interviews, like, it wasn't just about winning the rounds. Like, I had to capitalize on all these openings created, and I just couldn't do that. I think it was to do with the 2 years out. Didn't quite feel myself. A few things I did in there were a bit out of character, just in terms of fitness, conditioning, time out the ring. But we've been straight into camp ever since.
I'm sure you were upset that you lost, because no one wants to lose, but that's a learning curve. And now,
exactly.
Yeah, you just moved forward.
So I've had that So if we want to talk about comparing me to Mikel's had relatively beatable opponents along the way. Hasn't really had that adversity along the way either. Whereas I think my route's been a bit more difficult than his. In terms of boxing, I've had that loss that can either break you or make you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's an interesting one. So to see how I come back and, yeah, we're looking. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good fight, and we know it's going to be the best performance from us because of the way I'm performing in training now. Everything just seems to have clicked. So, yeah, all good talking about it, but we need to follow it through on fight night.
That's good that you're in good spirits and training's going well. I like to hear that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, they say it's all good doing it in training, but can you do it on fight night? I feel like my career's been quite opposite. Like I've always been able to do it on fight night, but my training for some reason never seems to go that well. I feel like getting up for spars, I've always found like pretty difficult, like performing my best in a spar, but then on fight night it all comes together.
That's the main thing, because
it is the main thing, but
no one
also
knows what you're doing in sparring apart from your
exactly.
training.
That's true. But also, the more you can practice it well in sparring, then it'll be just a lot easier on fight night. Do you know what I mean? So
you think you can make it easier for yourself in that ring?
Exactly.
Maybe that's something you can improve on during this camp.
It's what I have been improving on big time. This has probably been my best camp in terms of sparring anyway, so far.
That's good.
I feel like I've always had the strength on Smash. I've always had the cardio and conditioning on Smash. My sparring always goes up and down because of my fighting style. I'm quite a evasive fighter, but at the same time, I fight with my hands down. There's a lot of movement going on. Do you know what I mean? I'm a southpaw. I move around to my left just as much as I move around to my right, which not a lot of southpaws do. So yeah, just utilizing and practicing the style has taken its toll in a big way, and I feel like it's all come together. We truly know what we are now and what to do, and yeah.
What fight so far do you think you've performed your best in?
Okay, I think the biggest, I would have to say against Sam Hyde, because there were some challenges, there was some adversity in camp. I had some injuries. Like everyone has injuries, but we had fight-threatening injuries, and we still fought. And nothing was going well in training. Absolutely nothing. I was getting beaten up every day by every sparring partner. And yeah, we were also fighting a totally different game plan from what we're used to, because this game plan we had to press the fight, whereas usually
being on the back foot.
Yeah, I think naturally I'm a back foot fighter, but I feel like my mentality is to go on the front foot. But I feel like I don't help myself by doing that. The way I fight as a southpaw, I'm quite slick, so I should just stay on the back foot really and just box and move. But I like to come forward as well. But that fight against Sam, we had to press him because we knew if we just stay on the back foot against him, he's just going to offload. Whether he misses or not, he's just going to keep offloading. And we're away from home. And you know what a cheering crowd is like away from home. Even if he misses a shot, crowd's going to cheer. Judges get confused. Before I know it, he's 10-9 up on a round that was pretty close. So, yeah, I'd say that was my best win. It was a good day, and I beat a fighter who I do respect as well. So,
does he still fight? Nice.
Does Sam still fight?
Yeah.
I don't know if he still fights at the moment. I know he still trains a lot, but I think he's focused on his business at the moment. I think he does good at his business, so he's focused on that.
Oh. So Is the pandemic the reason why you vacated your English title?
What's the pandemic? I vacated my English title because I won the British title eliminator. So that became just not really that important for me anymore. And as long as
at least you can say that you've won your area title and English, and hopefully soon to be British.
Exactly, we've got a very traditional route, haven't we? And we've done it with no favours. We've kind of done it the hard traditional way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I say that, but we never really got offered another route. This was the only route that was offered to us, and the only one that made sense. So
yeah.
You
know, when you came back from the pandemic, you had I think it was 4 rounds against, I can't pronounce, Wilberforce, is it?
Wilberforce. Yep.
Yeah. How was that? Is that not your best performance? Were you showing a bit of ring rust? Were you not happy with your performance
against Wilberforce?
Yeah,
oh, that was terrible. I was I've been in training for 2 weeks. So the reason why we fought Wilberforce is that got forced on me because we wanted to fight for the British title. We thought we were going to fight against Mikel Lawal.
So this fight with Mikel has been confirmed for ages. There's been loads of rumors.
For a long time. So Mikel Lawal's team, or maybe it was Sky, maybe it was Boxer, they said, "Oh, you're going to fight Mikel in 4 weeks, 5 weeks time." And I was like, "Oh, can I have a bit longer? Like, I just got my license back. I haven't been trained for 2 years." And they were like, "No, take it or leave it, blah blah blah." So we got Wilberforce in 2 weeks later, and we fought him. So I think I had 2 spars, fought Wilberforce, 4-rounder, beat him, and then I think it was like 3 weeks later, 2 weeks after that, Mikel pulled out of the fight, and so I got offered the Richard Riappol fight, and so we took it. So it's all been very rushed and very clammed in. Do you know what I mean? It's been a bit disorganized for no fault of my own. We had to take these opportunities as they came, but this camp I've had a lot more time, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah. What's been the best venue that you fought at, like atmosphere wise?
Atmosphere wise, best venue. Atmosphere. You're gonna laugh. You ready? Okay. I was gonna say the Max Schmeling Arena in Germany.
The what?
The Max Schmeling Arena in Germany. Yeah, in Berlin. But I don't think most people would like that environment or that atmosphere because it's very there's not a lot of cheering. It's very clapping. But I was used to that environment when I was boxing out in Germany. You know, I wasn't used to what we have back here, which is everyone loud and proud and chanting and singing and all of that. But I'd say since I've been back here, probably the Copper Box or even York Hall.
Even York Hall's a good one.
Yeah. But even when we went, so I know it's a small hall show, but we boxed at a leisure centre in Wythenshawe against Sam Hyde.
Yeah.
And the amount of people we had there, and obviously the amount of people who Sam had there, the atmosphere was electric. Loved it.
What about Wembley Arena?
Wembley Arena was really good as well. How can I forget? Wembley Arena. I guess I've got bad memories of Wembley Arena.
I'm sure that you'll fight there again, mate, and you'll get a win.
Exactly, and we can change that round. You know what I mean? But yeah, looking forward to fighting at Alexandra Palace.
Was it a good experience boxing at Wembley Arena though, even though you lost?
It was really good, as in having your own changing room. I really liked that. the ring walk, amazing.
You're
And
signed with
yeah,
Ben Shalom.
sorry.
You're signed with Boxer, yeah?
Yeah, I'm signed with Ben Shalom. Yep, boxer.
Yeah. Because maybe you might. Why was your fight? Is Riakpor a champion? Does he have a belt?
Yeah, I think he's got a few belts. Yeah,
You never know, mate. You might rematch him down the line.
yeah, that's coming. That's the fight I want. So
But
the
just
main thing is for
your
me
main
to look
focus
good
is
in
on
the
this
fight
fight.
against exactly and look good doing it. And I think enough people will tell you that that wasn't the best Deion Jumah on that fight against Riakpor, and I feel like real boxing people will know that's true, but to the casuals, it can sound like an excuse.
Yeah.
So I've got to prove that that's true in this fight. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So perform to the best of my ability in this fight, and then I can that fight can happen again. Even I did say it to Richard after Richard, I'd like that fight again, and he's like, yeah, further down the line, 100%. I know fighters say that, but can only take people's word for it.
Yeah, exactly. So, were you an amateur boxer?
Yeah, I was an amateur at Dale Youth for 3 or 4 years, so I wasn't an amateur long. I actually didn't start boxing till I was 18 or 19 when I started boxing. So I started at Dale Youth. I had 3 club bouts, and then I went straight into the senior ABAs.
Did you win the ABAs?
I got to an ABA final the first year. The second year I won it, and the third year I won it as well.
Oh, so that's good. But
yeah,
did you lose on judge's decision the first time?
Judge's decision, I lost to a guy called Simon Barkley on my first ABA final.
Is he a pro?
Sorry?
Is he a pro boxer now or not?
No, I don't think he's a pro anymore. I think he was a pro for a little while and then he stopped boxing.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think I should have got that decision as well. And many other people did. Even the pundits who were commentating said it was robbery. But the past is the past. It doesn't really matter now, does it?
No. But you keep moving forward.
Exactly.
And my final question for you is, do you have any advice for someone who wants to be a pro boxer?
Yeah. I'd say win as many amateur titles as possible. I would say find a coach, a pro coach who you trust. Find out what makes you tick, because some fighters, they need to go away from home to train to get the best out of themselves, but some need to be close to home to train to get the best out of themselves. So sometimes, like, if you've got family at home and you need your family around you, it's best to not go too far, not stray too far, because then you're just going to be distracted. But yeah, the main thing is trust. A coach who you trust and a coach who believes in you.
Yes. And do you want to shout out any of your sponsors or manager or anyone?
Yeah, I'm with Lee Eaton, Let's Go Management. So Lee Eaton's been crucial to this part of my career. So thank you, Lee. I want to shout out Akira Partners, one of my sponsors. I want to shout out Alapa Search, and I want to shout out Pinpoint Solutions. Also, if anybody wants to buy a ticket for this fight on the 27th, just go on my bio, click on Boxing BOS. That's our ticket selling platform, and you can buy all your tickets from there, and all the information will be there. We'll send them out to you.
Yeah. Thank you for your time, Deion.
Thank you, Sam. Anytime, mate. Take care. Good work.
I'll get you back on with your British title.
100%. That's the plan.
Thank you, mate. Bye. Good luck.
Nice one, bro.